Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Atkin, DPR's fitness manager, and I'm going to go through a muscle conditioning full body routine for you today. So grab a weight if you have it, a bag that you can swing, a table that is empty underneath, and I'll show you the different moves we're going to go through. Let's get started with a warm up. March it out, keep those shoulders relaxed, elbows at 90 degrees, abs tight, belly in toward that spine. Good, we're going to take it a little bit wider, a little bit lower, and then go in, out, in, out, in, out. The lower you get on that out, the warmer those legs will get. Good, 4 more. My left leg's going first, 2, and I'm going to do right leg first after that one. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heel taps forward. Let me remind you to check with your doctor if you're changing anything about your exercise routine. Adjust as needed. Also advanced and modified moves. If you want to go faster with your warm-up, heel tap. Pull those toes up to stretch out those calves. Good. Okay, we're going to switch our toes to the back. Take one arm up. If you want to make it harder, 2 arms up. Good. Hold that. I'll admit people as needed. Glad to see we have Denise here. So if you guys want to go faster with it, opposite arm, opposite leg, switch. You decide how intense you'd like. Good job. Last 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna hold it back on 1. Arms forward, chin down, reach, and go lower if you can. If you're in your house, you have clean shoes that you're comfortable wearing indoors. That'll give you the best stability. But if you want to try a barefoot workout, feel free. Just be careful, you may slide a bit more than normal. Switch feet. Open up that chest. Hands behind you. Lower down more if you'd like. Good, back up and side tap. 1 foot to one side. Take that same arm over the top. Elongate that rib cage. Reach. Good. If you need to brace yourself, you put that hand up the hip. Otherwise, strong abs as you lean. Last 2 and twist. So feel a little wider than hip width apart. Palms up. Feet can stay flat or let that heel come up with you. Look behind you. Good. Still testing my lighting at home. Not sure what's best. Okay, you guys are gonna march it out. Take those knees higher. While those hands circle out to the side, palms up, small circle forward. Good. Then hold one up while you circle in reverse. Working on that balance. Good. And switch to the other leg. And a large circle. You can do one arm at a time, like a front crawl, or two arms like a butterfly. Good. Switching to one leg up behind. Big circles backward. Pinky weaving. Or two arms. Switch that other leg up behind you. Doorknob. So your hands are out to the side. Holding that other foot up. Getting that body temperature up. Shed layers as needed. Get water as needed. Relax those arms. And we're going to get started with a weight if you have one. Drink as needed. Since I'm at home, I have a little bit heavier one. But if you guys don't have a weight, you can do body weight. If you have a can, good. You can hold that. We're going to hold it in our right hand in front of our right shoulder. And then we're going to step our right leg back. So reverse lunge, keeping those hips tilted under. Take your time, we're going to do 15, all on one side, and then switch to the other side. So if you need to modify, don't go back or as far or as low. You can just tap that toe behind you. Otherwise, 10, 9, with however much or as little weight as you want. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch arms. If you have weight, if you don't have weight, just switch legs. But everybody's got to switch legs. The other one steps back, lower that body down, stepping just before that knee touches. Unless you're on nice soft carpet, you can gently brush the carpet. 11 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Good job. First exercise of our circuit complete. Now a push-up. Back to a basic. Hands wide, body weight straight down the middle as possible on the knees or the toes. If you need to bend those hips up slightly, that's better than letting them bow down. But try for straight. Wide is going to be more chest. Narrow is going to be more triceps. Try for good range of motion. Up to 15 if you can. Otherwise, you can always stop under 10. Hold it at the top if you need a working break. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If a child's pose sounds good, put that weight back on those heels. Stretch those arms over the top. You got a second exercise done. Now we're going to go into a high plank. If you have strong wrists, you can stay up on your hands. If your wrists need a break, elbows is fine. But we're going to try to get that body straight down the middle, maybe on your toes, maybe on your knees. Then lift that right knee, left knee, or right toe, left toe. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax those hips down. Cobra stretch up. Eyes high. Maybe pressing through those arms. And then I'm going to take you guys to the table. So if you missed my intro, I mentioned trying a new move on a table because it helps us complement our chest work. So if you move the chairs out from your table, you'll be able to hang under it. If that sounds a little daunting for today, then just use your dumbbells or your cans and stand up and pull. Pull. Pull those elbows up, slightly bent over, or even standing up. But you want to pull back and squeeze those shoulder blades together. If you're up for trying the table version, I'm under the edge of my table. You can do an overhand grip of those hands, or put your lower body under the table so that the grip can face the other direction. And then lift your hips up. So I'm going to go the other way so I can face you. And then feet about hip width apart. Hold it there and pull the body. So like we do in class often, just pull that can weight or dumbbell weight up if you're standing. But if you want to try something new at home and have access to a table so you can go underneath, 8 of these bad boys should have you feeling fatigued compared to what we normally do. Take a break, reach toward those toes, deep breath in, and that concludes our 4th move. Now we're going to try to move our legs in that position. We moved our legs in the push-up position. Now we're going to move our legs in that position. So hold on and lift one leg and then the other leg. If you decided not to try the table today, then just lift your body up in a high plank position or a tabletop position, and you can hold it if that's fatiguing enough, or march. March. So, holding one of those still or marching. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, well done. We have a kettlebell swing coming up. So this one, I mentioned in the intro, possibly putting a bag of flour in a grocery bag, like a reusable cloth grocery bag. I'm adding cans to mine. We want to simulate a kettlebell at the gym. So here's my bag of flour in my cloth grocery bag, adding a can for extra weight, another can for a little more weight, shedding a layer, standing up, holding that securely. We don't want it to go flying. Maybe wrap your hands through the handle somehow. Roll those shoulders back. Feet wider than hip width. Toes out so your knees follow. Sit those hips down and back like you're doing a squat. And then when you stand up, you swing the weight up. By pushing those hips forward, squeezing those glutes. If you do have heavy dumbbells at home, you could also try it with a dumbbell. Holding the end of it, one of the big heads of the other end hanging down. And be very careful not to let go as you continue a long minute of kettlebell swings, adjusted with whatever weight you have. If you have a very heavy weight, it's not going to get much higher than your belly button. If it's a lighter weight, you might be able to get it closer to shoulder height. So keep going, getting that heart rate up. You go. This is our last move before we repeat. Give me about 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6. You can always just do regular squats if you're not feeling right about the swing. Finish up your last few and relax. Good job. One round done. Try to keep it simple at home through a screen. So get some water. You know the moves now, and we'll repeat. So, if you want a short workout, that could be your end. But hopefully, got a little more juice left in the tank. Take that chosen weight over your right shoulder and your right hand. And then that right leg is going to do the step back. Maybe it's just a tap behind you, or maybe you can really lower down. You can put that left hand on your hip, out to the side, wherever you're comfortable. And go for 12 more. 11, 10, 9, 8. Working on that balance, looking at one still point. I should have played Christmas music today with my Christmas lights. So switch sides, with or without weight. Abs tight, try to stay nice and tall. Other leg. Stay on that other leg the whole time. 2, 3, 4. Good job, good job. A third of the way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we are back to push-ups. So lower body, now upper body, chest, then leg, then back, and leg. So find that wide hand grip if you're more of a beginner, more advanced, narrow hand grip. Hips straight down the middle if possible, maybe slightly up, as long as they don't bow down. Toes is more advanced, but I'd rather you focus on bending those elbows. More range in the arms as opposed to pushing yourself on your toes. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose back. Should feel nice. Bring those hips on your feet. Chin tucked under, arms reach up. Now we're going to stretch out in a similar position for that toe lift or knee lift. Up high on your hands, unless your wrists need a break. Elbows is fine. Knees or toes. And then lift that right foot up, left foot up. Right foot up, left foot up. 12, 11. If you need to hold everything still, that's fine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, good job. Child's pose. I'm sorry, cobra stretch if you keep your hips down and look up. But child's pose should feel good again as well. A few deep breaths before we slide back to that table work. If you decided not to do the table work or not this time, grab your weight, roll those shoulders back, bend through the hips, pull that weight up, pull that weight up. Those elbows are sliding right beside your rib cage. If you're using 2 dumbbells or 2 cans, row. But because we have the opportunity, I like to give it a chance at home. Put my hands over the table with my head under it. Feet hip width apart, hips up. Squeeze those glutes with your abs tight, and then row. Body to table. Even if it's only 5, work your way up to higher numbers. I like to do sets of 8 the most. A comfortable challenge. Good job, good job. And if you want to sit up, reach forward for a moment, stretch break. Then we've got that lower body march. It was under the table if you decide. One leg up, other leg up. If you're not under the table, you put your hands under your shoulders, lift those hips, march that way, or just hold it. No shame in just holding it. You're still working. So finish out your version of that one. Good job, good job. Okay, rounding out the series with our kettlebell swing. So back to that swinging weight. Unless you're not comfortable, feel free to just do a squat. So you could do plie squat, toes out, knees follow, down and up. Hold the weight. If you're okay with the swinging version, you can still do it with the dumbbell. There's more momentum in the kettlebell swing. You push those hips forward, swing those arms up, and get those shoulders involved. If you like the idea of loading up a grocery bag and carefully swinging it That was the other option. Making sure you have a secure hold. Hips down and back. Swing. This one's about a minute. You likely aren't using a 50-pound kettlebell. So go for high reps. Make it an endurance ending. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Good job. Lots of options to make it your own. Finish strong with 8, 7. We're going to switch to abs after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hopefully you're always using your core. For a little more core emphasis, coming up next, get some water. And we're going to go down to bird dog first, just to catch our breath after all of those kettlebell swings. So I've got my hands under my shoulders, knees under my hips. Lift my left leg up first. If my hips tilt, that lifted leg is going to probably have a higher hip than the other side. Try to lower it so both hips are the same height. You can put your hand on the small of your back to test to see if they're level, you think. But then put both hands down. Extended heel is as high as your hip. Opposite arm is up with your elbow by your ear. Hold it, hold it, hold it. If you want to make it harder, you might not be able to see it in the frame, but you're going to lift that bottom toe up. Focusing on one still point once you see me. Hopefully looking down. Keep that neck neutral. And back to all 4. Regroup. Switch sides. So my right leg goes up. Try not to tilt those hips. Left arm out. Good, good, good. Hold it. Abs tight, which means your belly button's pulled back toward your spine. Trying to hold everything still from the middle. If you like the idea of lifting that back toe up, the bottom floor toe, just a little wobblier, challenging that balance. Back to all 4. Okay, we're gonna move to a mountain climber. We've caught our breath. So those hands are slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Step 1 foot back, 1 foot forward, hips up, and then you're gonna switch, marching with 1 foot forward and then the other, or jump, jump. If that's a bit much, feel free to stand, just like our warm up. Make it a cross country skier. 1 foot taps back, then the other, or jump back, then the other. Pick your version for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Good job. Okay, now elbow plank rotation. So you guys are going to be down your elbows. I'm actually going to put my hands in toward the other elbow. Underneath me. Can't quite tell if you can see that low. And then we're going to be able to rotate and have a little extra support with that forearm. So I'm going to turn, send my top arm up, my body weight's on my bottom elbow under my shoulder, and then back to both forearms, switch, back to both forearms. Kneeling version can also work. Don't overdo it, make it your own. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last one. Up high if your wrists are feeling strong. Otherwise, elbows is fine again, but forearms straight out. For plank jacks, you're gonna jump your feet or tap your feet. So out wide right, wide left, in, right, left, in, or jump, in, jump, in, jump, in. Up high, it looks similar, or on your knees. Knees, you won't want to jump it, but tap it, tap it, tap back in, tap back in. Good job. Step back on those hips. Stretch it out in child's pose. We'll repeat those 4 and then stretch it out. So, hands under your shoulders. I'm going to switch this to this side for more light. Okay. So the bird dog was first. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, right leg extended, trying to keep it from going higher than the other hip. Add the opposite arm, foot as high as your hip, hand as high as your shoulder, and then add the movement. Elbow to knee. So this time we're crossing under and back up. Under and back up. Hopefully you've got nice soft carpet at home compared to the concrete at Thomas Jefferson. 7. Enjoying the warmth of our house on this rainy day. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Switch sides. Leg first. Balance is key. Opposite arm. Hips are level. Under and up. Under and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, mountain climber again. So, weight on the hands and feet, or just the feet. If you're gonna do cross-country skier, step or jump down low, step or jump. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Almost there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Catch your breath. Child's pose back. Getting ready for our twisting plank. Rotating from one side to the other on the elbow. So if you can see me better this time, my arms are like this on the ground. And then stretch your hips straight so you're on your knees or your toes. Rotate that top arm up, body weight above the elbow. Rotate down to 2 forearms, other side. 2 forearms, other side. On your knees or your toes. Good. If that bothers your shoulders, you can just hold it on one side for a while and then finish out with a hold on the other side. Good job, good job. If you're feeling fine, give me one more rotation to each side. And we've got our plank jack. So if you're feeling okay with your wrists, then you're up high. Otherwise, elbows down low is fine. Body weight on your toes or knees. If you're on your knees, tap right, back in, left, back in, right, in, left, in. On your toes, it could be the same taps or jump, jump, jump. Down low or up high. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, good job. Child pose. And we're going to slow it down for your first home workout. Good job virtually. Okay, so go ahead and have a seat with one leg in, one leg out. Rotate those shoulders toward the extended leg. Get water as needed. After a deep breath in, exhale forward toward that extended leg. And bring it back up. Hold the butterfly in the middle. Remember which leg you did first. You can pulse those legs. Good. Other leg. Rotate those shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale out. I should have had the camera on this side the whole time. The lighting in this house will be a science to figure out for videos. So bear with me, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to cross over next. Crossover means that foot's flat and you hug your knee to try to get that hip stretched. If you want to take it to a crossover like this, that can open it up a little bit. Additional. Maybe you want to take it back for a figure 4 stretch. Good. Okay. So if you stayed up here, you can add a twist and look behind you. Otherwise, get ready to switch to the other side. So crossover, my foot stays flat. Pull it in and squeeze. Stay there as long as you'd like. Add a twist if you want. Otherwise, you've got that more open position with the lower leg elevated, stretching that top leg out to the side. Maybe laying back for figure 4. Relaxing that neck if you can. We've got a low back twist coming up. So you're going to stay on your back or get there if you're not yet. Arms out in a T. Slowly drop both knees to the right, head to the left. Trying to keep those shoulders in contact with the floor. And back up to the middle, over to the other side. You're going to always make it more intense with that top leg extended. Good. Okay, lay on your side. Unless you want to work on your balance, you can stand up for a quad stretch. Pull that top leg in. Hips forward, squeeze those glutes. Try to relax your head. You can also do this face down. And switch if you're face down. If you are on your side, roll to the other side. Pulling that top leg in. Pushing those hips forward, squeezing those glutes. Good. Okay. Pressing up to all fours. Spine goes up, chin tucks under. Navel goes down, eyes go up. You can do that again if you'd like. Or switch to toes under. Child's pose back is more beginner. Downward dog, hips up, more advanced. That'll stretch those calves. By elongating them with the heels toward the floor, you can kind of march it out with all body weight, walking one down and then the other. Maybe pausing, wrapping one around the other. The same amount of body weight on one leg instead of two. Switch sides. And then we're going to take it up, bending those knees as much as you need to. You're going to stay bent over and cross your feet so you're holding it down. And then do that one on the other side. And then slowly roll up into standing. Shoulder circles at the top. I'm going to sit down so I'm closer to you guys, but you can stay standing with some big shoulder circles at the top. Hands behind your back, open up that chest, eyes up. Relax. One arm low across your chest. Keep that shoulder down while you pull it in with your hand or the crook of your other elbow. And then do that one on the other side. Good. And for triceps, we're going up over the top. Press it back or hold it back. Trying to keep that chin lifted. And again, standing is probably more comfortable. Switch. Good. Okay, for a side bend. So if you guys are standing, great. I'm going to do it from my knees. With a wide stance. Lean over. Hand on your hip is braced. Hand in the front is more challenging for the core. Switch to the other side. Good. Deep breath in, arms up. Exhale, hands together down the middle. Press the heels of the hands down to stretch out those forearms. And you can start rotating one foot. Rolling that ankle around the other direction. Adding the wrist. Switching to the other foot. Or you go the other way with the wrists. And make sure to finish that ankle the other direction. And then stand comfortably while you reach those hands down. You can stay standing. Lower one ear to one shoulder. Elongating the side of the neck. Slowly roll that chin to your chest. Over to the other side. And back to middle. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. And hopefully I'll see you again soon, online or in person.